1, 2, 3.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees.
Welcome back to our YouTube video
channel.
So in this video we are going to talk about something which is coming up on the 7th of July, and we are extremely and blissful, excited
to present this
video.
Topic to you.
Yeah.
It is the topic of RATHAYATRA
Prep.
So, we're going to be talking about several things. The merciful form of the Lord, Jagannath, how he's so merciful, everything about him. Yeah. Then we're going to be talking about, or vice versa, how the Leela
took place and what is the history
meaning
behind.
What is the history, exactly.
So what are some spiritual benefits we can attain by just observing
meditating on it, observing it, everything.
Because oftentimes we know we are familiar with the form of Krishna in the full form, Vajendranandan Shyam Sundar. But most of us, we have some difficulty. Even me, like earlier I used to have this concept that, oh, Krishna is like this, so I was not able to relate so much with Jagannath. Oh. But like just last year, we went to Jagannath Puri, and Jagannath Baladev stole my heart. So I'm so happy.
So we're going to be talking
this
about
video.
Lord Jagannath, yes, and this special Leela. So in the Nectar of Devotion, we understand that, Srila Prabhupada tells us, Rupa Goswami tells us, that it's very important to follow these special festivals.
Yes.
And they help us a lot. And this is kind of the theme of all of our videos recently, is that we're stressing that you have to meditate on the Leela on these special days. Yes. And so this is what we're going to be trying to give you, by the mercy of the Guru Parampara, some meditation. And so we'll start off with the history of Jagannath Rathayatra. So, Nilachala
is considered to be
Vrindavan.
Dwarka.
and Gundicha Mandir,
which is in Sundaranchal, which is considered to be
Vrindavan. And so, we know that Lord Jagannath comes on a chariot with his brother and sister from Nilachal to Gundicha. But why? And what does the significance?
It's a massive parade.
Yes.
Like in Jagannath Puri, there's the pandas chanting mantras, Harinam is going on. So what is it? What is so big about that?
Like all these devotees pulling, like what is going on? And what is the significance really of Nilachal being Dwarka and
Sundaranchal being Vrindavan?
And so let me tell you. Let's go back 5,000 years ago when Lord Krishna, after leaving Vrindavan, Akrura took him from Vrindavan and said, okay, you go to Mathura now. And Krishna told the Vrajvasis, okay, I will come back after I kill all the demons. But then, after killing all the demons in Mathura, he moves to Dwarka and continues his wondrous leelas.
Yes.
And so, the Vrajvasis who love Krishna just on a completely different level. Like, you think you love Krishna here, you think the Dwarkavasis love Krishna.
Mathura, Dwarka, Mathura, Vrindavan.
This perfect, most perfect, and most perfect.
Perfect.
More perfect, and most perfect. And so, the Vrajvasis, they really love Krishna.
Yes.
And they're experiencing the most separation from Krishna. And they're trying to wonder every opportunity, when can we meet Krishna? So they hear that for the special solar eclipse, Krishna is going to Kurukshetra, because in Kurukshetra there's many, it's a holy place of pilgrimage, and there's many kunds, rivers that are lakes that are auspicious to take bath.
That is why we have our Mahabharata Yuddha in Kurukshetra. Dharmashetra, Kurukshetra,
Okay, so they heard that Krishna is coming to Kurukshetra on this special day. So all of the Vrajvasis, not just the Braj Gopis, not just the cowherd boys, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, everyone, they all come to Kurukshetra and they see Krishna has come with all the family members of the Yadu dynasty and all of the Dwarkavasis, and the Dwarkavasis are setting up opulent tents, and the Vrajvasis, they just have little chariots. And they're so humble, and they see Krishna in this form with so opulence, and they're just their heart breaks because Srimati Radharani tells Krishna, I'm the same Radha and you're the same Krishna, and we're meeting in like a same way, but
this opulence is a barrier between us.
Exactly. Okay, so then Radharani, she really just breaks, and she's like, Krishna, you promised that you were gonna come back, and you're not coming back. And she starts speaking. So Krishna not only came with the entire Yadu dynasty, but he came with Balaram and his brother Balaram and his sister Subhadra Devi. And so obviously they're included in the family.
Yeah.
And so the Brijvasis, they wanted all three of them to come back. And especially the Braj Gopis, they were pleading to Krishna on behalf of all the Brijvasis. And they were saying, please, 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 please come back. Like, we cannot be separated from Vrindavan, but without you in Vrindavan, we are feeling the most separation. Yes. And it's unbearable. And how can you leave us Brijvasis in this unbearable situation? Like, do you have no heart? And Krishna tells them, you don't understand my pain. No one can understand my pain of separation. It's due to my most misfortune that I'm separated from you guys, but my heart is with you. I'm crying every day. Krishna's telling her, I'm crying every day. And so it's very, very intense. And so this conversation is, and kind of goes into the gopis trying to pull Krishna and Balaram and Subhadra back to Vrindavan. And they're just trying to. They don't actually. Krishna tells them, oh, I'll come back in 15, 20 days. I'll come back. But does he come back? Okay, that's another thing. But so they're trying to pull him. And so this is the mood of Rathayatra. And so we can see that when the Rathayatra happened 500 years ago, and it's happening to this day, but 500 years ago, when Mahaprabhu was there, when Mahaprabhu was present, Mahaprabhu, he was playing the same Leela.
Yeah.
Lord Jagannath is Krishna. And Mahaprabhu, even though he is the combination of Radha and Krishna, in this Leela of Rathayatra, he is playing Srimati Radharani. And he goes in front of the cart and he pulls and he's like, come, come. And then he falls down and he faints.
Yes.
Just to play Leela. Just to see, oh, does Krishna care about me? Then he goes behind the cart. And then he waits and he stands there behind the cart and he thinks in Srimati Radharani's mood, oh, does Krishna care about me? Is he going to wait for me? Does he still love me? Does he still remember us Brijvasis? Yeah. And she's not only like playing this with her, she's playing on behalf of all the Brijvasis. She's representing all the Brijvasis in this mood. Does Krishna really remember us? And then what happens in Rathayatra is that the Jagannath Rathayatra stops. Yeah. The cart stops. And then, so then Krishna says, no, I do remember you. What do you mean? You're my entire life. And so this is the really, really...
And then Mahaprabhu used to like chant in front of Jagannath Rathayatra and go ecstatic.
Yeah.
And it is considered, it is spoken by Srila Prabhupada that he used to become like a kurma. He used to take the form of kurma, like the tortoise.
Yes.
Like he becomes so ecstatic that, and that's why
all of the limbs come inside.
And so it also, Prabhupada was explaining in one of his lectures that when Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he gave one kurma shila to his son, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So many people were thinking that, oh, we are the worshippers of Radha and Krishna, we are Gauriya Math. So why kurma shila has been given to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur? Because he always used to worship. BSST. So then he gave the explanation that this is Kurma Chaitanya.
Wow! Okay.
This is the form when Mahaprabhu was ecstatic in the Harinam Kirtan in front of the Rath Yatra.
Wow.
And Mahaprabhu specifically said that everyone, I want all my devotees, Lord Advaita Acharya, everyone to be there every year in the Rath Yatra.
And you can see Mahaprabhu was present in Rath Yatra. He took part of the Rath Yatra festival 18 years.
Yeah.
18 years.
That's why whenever we see, when we have Panchtattva or Gaurnita in our house, we also have Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra,
Yes.
because they have this beautiful relationship between them.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
So, what you talked about, the merging into the ecstatic feelings that made his limbs come inside. And so this is also something very relevant, because actually Jagannath has an unusual form. He's a little funny looking. And so why is he why is his form like this? This is also going back 5,000 years ago to the Kurukshetra Leela.
Wow.
So at that
Oh,
same
I also
Leela,
have a similar Leela.
okay.
I hope it's not the same.
I think it's the same.
Oh,
At
okay.
this same Leela place where the eclipse was happening, I don't know why I'm doing this for eclipse, but anyways, the eclipse was happening, and so Mother Rohini, she arranged to speak to the Dwarkavasis about how the Brajvasis miss and are in so much separation from Krishna. And so there was a tent, and it was filled with all these Dwarkavasis, and Mother Rohini, Balaram's mother, she started speaking to them about...
So she was the only Brajvasi who was there with them in Vrindavan, and she could narrate all the pastimes.
Yes. And so she told Subhadra, she said, you stand at the door of this tent and make sure that Krishna and Balaram do not hear. Because if they hear how much separation we are going through, how much pain we are going through, they're going to be shattered. So please ensure that they do not hear. So you stand at the door and you guard. So while Mother Rohini is speaking, Subhadra becomes stunned and she becomes unmovable. What is it?
Yeah, like...
Stunned.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah.
So she becomes stunned, and Krishna and Balaram, they come and they're looking at her. Why is she stunned? So they lean into the door and they start listening.
Yes.
And they also become stunned. Their eyes start to enlarging, and their limbs start to come inside.
And they were so ecstatically in bliss.
They were not in bliss. They were in so much pain.
They were in bliss.
They were in so much pain.
I heard that they were in bliss, that's why they have a big smile. Yeah, I heard just now, I heard in one of the lectures.
Oh my god, but they were in so much pain.
Yeah, but
from hearing that.
No, but that pain was not like saddening pain. It was like more of a ecstatic pain. Ecstatic pains means like, anyways.
But anyways, I mean, I know that both of these are true, but it's not linking in this moment.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So in this moment, in this reasoning, they're all their limbs are going because they become stunned, and they didn't realize how much the Brajvasis. They always heard, the Brajvasis are in so much separation from us. But they didn't really understand, and through this hearing, they were bewildered.
Hearing process.
This hearing process.
Is your...
So
Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they are having a most merciful form, and this can be seen how that they are opulently dressed as Dwarkavasis, but the feelings, the mental emotions are from Vrindavan. So it's like a very different combination of both the Leelas happening in the same place.
wow.
So the Vigraha is called the Daru Brahma. The Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they are made of wood. So this is called Daru Brahma. We only know Daru means wine, but Daru means, Da means to give, and to Ru means to cut. So Da means giving auspiciousness. Giving auspiciousness, and to cut down amangal. So Daru Brahm. So this is a very important thing.
Amangal is what?
Amangal is inauspiciousness. And
Amangal, Mangal-ārati.
Mangal-ārati. That's why we always prefer to go Mangal-ārati, because whoever visits Mangal-ārati every single day, they are not going to have any amangal in their life. You know,
that's true. That's true.
Lord Jagannath doesn't even have an eyelid. He's so much in love that he just wants to entertain the visitors, the devotees. He just don't want to stop seeing the devotees. And for that reason, he doesn't even have an eyelid. He doesn't even sleep. It's only 3 hours in a day he takes rest, but that time the altar is closed, but he's not sleeping. He's giving darshan at that time to the demigods.
Oh, wow.
So all the demigods at that time they come. Parvati Devi, she was feeling insecure that how can my husband Lord Shiva, he ate all the Mahaprasad from Lord Vishnu, which is really like not taken by everyone. Very rare.
Durlabh.
So durlabh. So then she went to Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, and she said that I also wanted to have that, and they just took it, and I'm Maya, that's why you don't love me? So he said, no, in Kali Yuga I'm going to come as Jagannath, and then there I will keep you as one of my demigods, dear devotee, and your name will be Vimala Devi. So whenever we go to Jagannath Mandir, there is Vimala Devi, and she gets the first bhoga, the first prasad, the Mahaprasad of Lord Jagannath, and then only everyone gets it. So that's how Krishna, Lord Jagannath, he fulfills the desire of his pure devotees at any cost. Like he literally came down to just fulfill the desire of Srimati Parvati Devi. And it has been said that we see that when a person is sick, they go to the doctor. But when the person is really, really sick, and like they're just really sick, diseased, then the doctor comes to that person. Similarly, when Rathayatra happens, those who are really materialistic, they don't even have the time to go to the temple to take darshans of Krishna, the devotees, then Jagannath Baldev Subhadra comes to them, and then they just invite with the major sound that, okay, I'm coming outside here, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Come see me. Oh my God, why do you think Prabhupada brought Rathayatra to the West?
Exactly.
Because he's spreading the benediction rays.
Yes, even we know that how Srila Prabhupada, when he was 5-year-old, his father gave him a small Rathayatra, and he did a Rathayatra. So from that day onwards, he was just explaining that what his mission is.
Wow.
So yeah, these are some amazing fun facts about Jagannath Rathayatra.
And this is our meditation. Actually, Srila Prabhupada, is this a conclusion?
You can, yeah, it can be. Speaks? Okay.
So, this is... Oh, wait, sorry.
Oh, by the way, I have to speak more.
Yeah, exactly.
So, there's one funny story that when Christians... I heard this from just a lecture, that I just wanted to speak because maybe our things will be a few times repeated from other lectures, but this is the glory of our spiritual movement, that we always hear and then we speak the same. So repeat what you heard.
Yeah.
So I heard that there was some Christian, like they just came and they said, they took one Krishna's murti and they like threw in the waters, and they said, it sank. It sunk, yeah. They took one Krishna's murti and they said, it sunk. And then they
threw it in the water.
Yeah, threw it in the water. Yeah. And then they got this cross, and over the cross there was Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And then they put it on the water, and it was also like going down.
Yeah.
Similar. So they said, who himself got sunk, how he can let you cross this ocean of birth, old age, and disease? And look at our Lord Jesus Christ.
He's floating.
He's floating, so he's gonna help you. So come take to Christianity. So then all this, like and there was a lot of Christian conversion there going on in Jagannath Puri. So
in Jagannath Puri.
Yeah. So when the Pandas of Jagannath Puri, they got to know about that, they just got the Jagannath Baldev Subhadra and Snan Yatra and said, really, you want to see? So at that time, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra in the Snan Yatra, they were floating on the water. So then now you see our Lord always takes us back to his abode, and he is responsible for us crossing the ocean of material birth, disease, death, and old age.
Wow, that's a cute analogy. These are all meditations, and so Srila Prabhupada gives us the ultimate meditation. At the end, we would like to conclude with this meditation. He says that actually he summarizes the entire Rathayatra festival into this one sentence. Yeah. He says, this festival of Rathayatra is simply to meditate on bringing Kṛṣṇa, pulling Kṛṣṇa back into our hearts.
Wow.
And so Kṛṣṇa is always present in our heart. He's always with us, but we have forgotten him. And in place of him is lust, anger, greed. So just how in Gundicha, they were cleaning it before the arrival of Jagannath. In the same way, we have to clean our heart of lust, anger, greed, and all these horrible qualities that we have, and undoubtedly that we have. We cannot doubt. We cannot say we don't
sometimes,
have.
like in the beginning, we can study. Okay, we have gross problems in ourselves, but sometimes you see they are so subtle anarthas, and it's a celebration when you're able to point out that you have a subtle anartha, because it's so subtle that you're not able to point out even. So I feel it's so happy. Oh wow, I found out something new.
Yes.
You know?
And so we have to clean these anarthas.
That's why when Mahaprabhu was that was when Mahaprabhu was cleaning the Gundicha Marjana, then he was first taking out the major dirt, and then he told his devotee to again go and clean
all the little crevices.
Yes.
Because this temple is the temple of your heart. And the energy and the attention you're putting into cleaning every little nook and cranny, that is the attention you should be putting when you're chanting your japa. Because this holy name is cleansing the heart.
Yeah. When Bhakti Dhīrdham Goswami Maharaj said that he was reading from Bhakti Chandrika, Prem
Bhakti Chandrika.
Prem Bhakti Chandrika.
By Narottam Das Thakur.
Yes, and he said that how when we chant, sometimes we don't even know who we are calling for. We just want to finish our 16 hours at any cost. By 7 a.m. we have to finish our rounds. And if you say to someone that, oh, you have to finish your rounds by this time, he said, oh, why? The whole day is there for me to chant. So, but he was explaining that how we have to understand that we have a relationship with Radha and Kṛṣṇa, and we are calling out their names, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa. So we have to maintain that relationship. You're calling out to a person and you don't even want that person. What is that? Like I'm calling chair, 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 but I don't even want a chair. Just an analogy. So yeah, he was speaking about that. So we have to be very mindful when we are chanting our japa.
And so then we will finally be able to pull Kṛṣṇa back.
And then he was telling that then Krishna Radha will be in front of you, and you will be able to see the Nam personification is Radha and Kṛṣṇa in front of you.
Wow. That's when they become present in your heart.
Yeah.
When they manifest in your heart. Actually, I want to end with this thing. Mahaprabhu says, he has a prayer to Lord Kṛṣṇa. He's saying, for most people, the mind and heart are one. But because my mind is never separated from Vrindavan, I consider my mind and Vrindavan to be one. My mind is already Vrindavan, and since you like Vrindavan, will you please place your lotus feet there in my heart? I would deem that your full mercy, he says.
Yeah. Okay, on this day also, we have our great Vaishnav Thakur, His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj Ki Jai. He appears on the auspicious tithi of Rathayatra. So we are going to have his Vyas Puja on that day here in Vrindavan. It's going to be a massive celebration and lots of feast.
Yes.
And
lots of glorification.
He gave his entire life to Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes.
And it's amazing to just always look up to his lectures and understand the mood and the bhav of the Brajvasis especially. He gets so deep in Srimad Bhagavatam, each and every verse. So we just looking forward to that.
Yes.
So all glories to His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj. All glories to
Rathayatra Festival coming up on the 7th of July. And all glories to all of you devotees watching. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to speak about the Lord and meditate ourselves on these coming up events.
Oh, how can we meditate on that day more? So you can visit to your nearest ISKCON centers, and there you can observe this beautiful festival. And just a lot of...
And again, if you can't attend the real festival,
then virtually.
This is about... Okay, virtually you can do that. But this is about pulling Krishna to your heart, so
Yes.
you can meditate on that. And the whole point of these days, again, is to meditate. It's all what's happening in your head. That's what matters. Even if you were at the RATHAYATRA festival, your head could be somewhere else. But
Yeah.
if you were there, even if someone pulls the
but the mind is
strings
so
of the RATHAYATRA,
yes.
then they're going back.
Our mind is so wicked that even though we know that okay, we have to think about Krishna, but the mind will do all kind of nonsense and think about different things.
Yeah.
So that's why it's better if you can go to the temple, or you can see the Rath-yatra happening in Jagannath Puri through YouTube. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
That's why we always have Jagannath Baladev Subhadra.
Sugandha Preta. Okay.
When these things happen, you don't have to point out.